Welcome back, guys, to another video. My name is Mystic, and today I'm gonna share 5 insights with you of topics that I've learned by trading NFTs for the last year, and I think you find them very helpful. Before I want to start the video, I want to discuss my topics. I've been in the space for let's say around 12 months. I've been trading a lot of NFTs, mainly flipping. I do not own a Bored Ape or whatever, so I've never really made any huge purchases. I've traded about 150 ETH so far by buying and selling, and just from my experiences and all the things I've seen in these months, I think you can definitely gain some insights from my thoughts and what I'm sharing with you guys. So let's dive in. Yes, before I go further in the video, I'm giving away 0.05 ETH to someone that pastes his Ethereum address in the comments. It helps me, and it can also help you with winning the ETH. So paste your Ethereum address in the comments and maybe you'll be the lucky winner. The first thing I want to talk about that you need to understand to become a better NFT trader, or when you're a beginner or an advanced trader, it's really something that makes a difference or gives you that extra edge, and that is you have got to understand market cycles of NFTs. So what I mean with that is trade the meta, for example. So what I mean with market cycles is, especially in crypto as well, you've got these first movers like Bitcoin, Ethereum, then the layer 1s go, then the layer 2 goes. So it's this continuous cycle of where the liquidity flows to, especially if you see it in crypto with BTC, ETH, layer 1s, layer 2s, but also different pairs. If you can, switch it to NFTs, and what you've seen in the last, while the time you've been into NFTs, you had the first movers. So first you had the punks, then you have the Bored Apes, and then you've got the other blue chips, then you've got the semi blue chips. So what we've seen come back all this time is when, for example, the punks and the apes start moving, we just came out of a quote unquote bear market with periods of low liquidity. Once you see those first movers start to run, so the punks and the apes, the market becomes more bullish because that's where everyone has their eye on. And then what you can expect is that after, for example, the apes have a run up, you can expect the other blue chips to also gain momentum. So for example, back in, let's say October-ish, or the end of 2021, we were in this downtrend of NFTs. Apes were around 35, 30 ETH again, if I believe. And it was those 2 airdrops that gave us the market. It was the Luke's Rare airdrop, and it was the SOS airdrop, which gave many participants in the market a lot liquidity to ape into NFTs again. So what you first saw is that, and also I believe ETH started to cool down a little bit. I'm not sure about that. What you see is that once the apes and the punks started to run up again, you saw the doodles, you saw the cool cats gaining momentum again. And what happens then if those other blue chips gain momentum, the whole majority of the space is once again, it's getting bullish again, guys. It's getting bullish again. People are getting their ETH ready to start buying into NFTs again. So if you understand the cycles of seeing the blue chips move, and then understanding that the other smaller projects with good fundamentals that haven't got much attention yet, if you get into those projects early on, before the mass gets into it, it gives you a much better or larger advantage against other participants. Because don't forget, we're all traders. We all trade against each other. I know we all are a big community and stuff, but you're trading against the market. So understanding these things definitely gives you an edge. Understand how cycles work. If the apes and the punks go, the other blue chips, the semi-blue chips, and then most of the times when all the semi-blue chips, for example, what are projects that are currently they don't have blue chip status, but they've been here for a while, Coolmans, Quirkies, for example, they start moving, and then after that you get all these degeneracy plays, garbage projects that just people ape into stuff. And what's also a thing is that when, for example, apes start to have a run up, or punks, all those guys, or many of them that sell their apes or their huge large NFTs for a lot of profit, most of the times they're not gonna cash it out and put it in stables. No, they're reinvesting into the ecosystem, you know, which is like another thing that gives momentum to the smaller projects, because that's what these guys do. Like they cash out, they have a huge amount of ETH, and they want to like start diversifying it a little bit into other projects where they have faith in. So that's definitely something you should keep in mind. And with Trade the Meta, what I mean with that is, in the last 12 months, I've seen many cycles come and go. So for example, we had the cute NFT run up, which, like, you know, basically started when Pudgy Penguins went viral. We have had the DAO run up, like Mutant Cats and Head DAO, for example. If you got into those projects very early on, like I believe Mutant Cats were either like a 0.05 ETH mint or like even free or whatever, and they had a run up to 3 ETH. If you spot those trends early on, like what is the meta, and you get into it and you have some conviction, you make the largest gains. For example, we had the Irene DAO meta for a while. We've had the anime meta for a while, you know, with Azuki. So Azuki started to run. Okay, what is a project that is similar to Azuki? Then those projects also start to run. Like it's this continuous cycle of trying to understand what could be the next, or like where could the liquidity flow into. And if you like, the more you buy and sell NFTs, the more you connect with the market, the greater your edge will become. Like you'll start seeing things more early on. And a side tip from that is, like, when you see these trends come and go, and write them down, document it, because it's so important to, you know, do not try to miss opportunities, and don't, you know, make the same mistakes twice. So trading the meta, seeing trends come and go, it's very important, and try and start developing this skill set or mindset in, you know, how things come and go, or what could be the next big thing. Yeah, so I've got this great article for topic number 1, which is trading the meta or finding the meta, and it's written by Kobe. Kobe is one of the OGs in the space. He's been in crypto for, like, you know, 2012, 2013. Sorry, you can correct me there. But he's been really helpful with giving these amazing insights, and he shares such good opinions. And I really suggest you reading one of his articles. It's called Trading the Metagame, and he mainly talks about it with like crypto in general, and you know how cycles have come and gone. But I'm trying to relate it a little bit to NFTs, so you might find it very helpful to read his Substack article. It's an amazing article. It gives you insane insights, so you should read it if you can. So the second topic that I want to show you guys is that the battle against infinite regret. As an NFT trader, like, there are so many times where you could have made a better trade, or only if you had, you know, sold this project and bought into this other project. You will always have these feelings of, you're like, only if I had done this, only if I had done that. And it's really important to be aware that you will always have this feeling of uncomfort. Even if, let's say you had a Bored Ape, you bought it at 1 ETH, and you sold it at 40 ETH, you would have made 39 ETH profit. But seeing Bored Apes at 105 Ethereum floor gives that person that sold his ape for 40 ETH, it might give him a very bad feeling of regret, even though he made like 39 ETH profit. And this is with so many trades. Like, either you got in too late, or you got out too early. You will always have these cycles and these mental struggles with, like, only if I should have done this. And it's very important to be aware of this. And, you know, what I could suggest to you is, like, you know, have a game plan. It's in one of the other videos I made earlier, but have a game plan. And the thing is, with a game plan, or, like, you know, at least write down what your plans are. If you're gonna make an investment, you've got something to hold on to. Like, if you reach your target and you sell, and it's gonna go, like, you know, higher than, like, way higher, it's gonna 5x, 10x more, you at least can say, or like can be proud that you had a plan in the beginning, not like you can't blame it on something else. So that's a side note that you should definitely keep in mind. So yeah, Zeneca has got an amazing article about this. His Substack article is literally called Infinite Regret. And I want to talk about some of these things he's written down, because it's so well written, and Zeneca understands the game so well. Like he got into NFTs last year, like in 2021, I believe. And he's been such a big advocate of the space, and he's been sharing so many amazing opinions. So, you know, he really describes how people can struggle with like the infinite regret cycle, and that people will never find, like, nothing is enough. You really need to become more satisfied with your trades. And if you cash out and you've made a very good trade, and you know you've made multiple X's, cash out, sell, and don't look back on your trades. Like, guys, there are so many opportunities in this space because the space is so young, and every week there are projects coming out with strong fundamentals. So don't hit yourself on the head when you've cashed something out too early, or you bought in somewhere too late, because there are so many opportunities in this space and it's still so young. So what I can advise you is, like, just stay in the space for as long as you can, because, you know, if you look at NFTs on like macro perspective, there are so many brands and so many companies that are still on the sideline, like, and that want to go into NFTs, but still haven't even got a game plan, or haven't even launched a project yet. They're all gonna come to the space. Like, that's truly what I believe. They are all gonna have NFT projects. Right now, because we are so into this space, like literally 24/7, we really think like, oh, this is the top, Bored Ape Yacht Club at 105 ETH floor, that's the top. Well, that's what everyone thought when Bored Apes hit a 30 ETH floor. That's what they thought when they hit a 50 ETH floor. And you really forget easily that how many brands there are that would really want to get into NFTs, and that will come with, you know, amazing utilities and stuff. So just be patient, but stay focused on what's happening. So yeah, that's something I wanted to highlight. You should really read this article of Zeneca. So the third topic I want to discuss is you are responsible for your own decisions. Guys, there are so many times where, you know, I noticed like that people blame each other, or like blame other people for, you know, either most of the times if people argue, it's about losses. But you are the only one making decisions with your money, with your Ethereum. And what is important is that you should blame it on yourself. Of course, if a project rugs instantly, yes, that's such a bad situation. But most of the times when you've made a mistake, try to learn from it, so that you're not gonna make it again. Making a mistake once is fine, but make it twice, it's just stupidity. So that's really something that you should keep in mind. Like, you're responsible for your own decisions. Only if I had sold this NFT where I was like, you know, 20 ETH up in unrealized profit, and now I'm selling it at a loss. Like, only if I had done this, only if I had done that. You're responsible for it. So what helps you with this is literally like how all these traders do it. Like, you know, not all the traders, but they keep a journal, or they write down their thoughts. Because guys, we're trading NFTs. It's about a lot of ETH. Like, it can be easily like tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and some people even millions, which is like hundreds of ETH and thousands of ETH. So we're not trading gummy bears. It's really like, it's about serious, it's business, it's trading, it's investing. So be responsible and take responsibility for your own actions and try to learn from it. That's something that, you know, is sometimes hard to accept, but you'll become a better person if you do so. Number 4, what I want to discuss about, don't make the same mistake twice and develop your own edge. This space it's moving so fast, and every week there are so many things coming out. You know, like we joke about it, like 4 days in NFTs is like 3 weeks in real life, because there's always happening something in the space. It's true. And you flip a lot of NFTs, like you've been into hundreds of projects or tens of projects, and you know, you make a lot of good trades, you make a lot of bad trades. But if you make a mistake once, really truly try to learn from it. Because if you make the same mistake twice, it's plainly stupidity. Don't forget, you're trading against the market, and you're trading NFTs, which is so risky to do. Like, you know, crypto is seen by the masses as, you know, risky, but NFTs are still so early, so it's such a risky business. So if you make a mistake once, I truly try to analyze, like, if you missed out on a trade where you could have made like, I don't know, 10, 20 ETH, and you've seen your unrealized profit vaporize, think about like, okay, what can I do better next time? So that's really something to keep in mind is if you truly try to improve yourself and really trying not to make the same mistakes twice, the amount of progression you're gonna see in yourself is gonna be insane because you truly become more aware of what's happening around you and how you can make better decisions. And yeah, that's really something you should keep in mind. So topic number 5, which is, it's something which is true. You are 1 mint buy or connection away from making it. And making it is for everyone seen differently, but let's say you had minted the Bored Ape, or let's say you had minted a Doodle or a Cool Cat and you still held on to it. Especially for people, like it's not even about the blue chips. If you just started out trading NFTs and your portfolio is like, I don't know, 0.2 or 0.3 ETH, and you mint a project and you minted a 101 or like a very rare one, and you sell it for 1, 10 or 50 ETH, it's truly life-changing for you. So taking that extra step, or like, don't give up. Know that 1 mint could potentially change your life. That's why this space is also so beautiful, because it's still so new. And seeing these awesome projects launch where these 101s or like these very rare NFTs sell for crazy amounts, it's awesome to see. Also with the buys, you are truly 1 buy away from making a very good trade. So it's important to never give up. The other thing is you got to be strategic about your buys, of course. But for example, I bought a chubby coin for 0.07 Ethereum a few months ago with a friend of mine. And it was 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. in Europe. And he texted me, he was like, yo, chubby coins are there. You got to buy a few. And I didn't have enough Ethereum in my wallet. I had like 0.15 Ethereum in my wallet. And I didn't want to move funds from my exchange to my MetaMask because it was so late already. I was like, fine, okay, I'll get one. So I bought just one and he bought multiple. And chubby coins ended up going to a 20 Ethereum floor. So that was like something that really connected with me. Like only if I had bought a few extra, if I had taken that extra step, if I just wouldn't have been lazy, just literally transferred some ETH from my exchange to my MetaMask, bought a few, because what is 0.07 ETH? Like, come on, that's peanuts. I could have potentially made 80 ETH. That's a huge difference. So that's what I mean with, like it's literally, it could be 1 buy, and always be sharp. Yeah, what I mean with connections, there are so many people in the space, and really like what I noticed is many people in NFTs and in crypto in general are like either very, they're really trying to build, or they're good people. Obviously there are less good people, but seeing these people build and connecting with them, or connecting with artists, and having your own network and group of friends, you get to know better and you really become quote unquote friends with each other. It's truly something, it will help you a lot, especially because if you're just a lone wolf, that's totally fine. I mean, like, of course. But if you have good connections and friends in the space that would make an extra step for you, or like help you out, or you can always ask them something, it truly helps you a lot. So that's why I suggest, like, if you start trading NFTs, make connections, start making friends, be active on Twitter, start engaging, like let people see who you are and what you do and what you could provide for them. So that's something that really helped me a lot. Like I met people a year ago in NFTs and we are still friends. Like we've got this small group of people that we still invest with, we trade with, we hang out, like, you truly get to know each other. And the good thing is, like, they're all in the same industry as you are. So if you look at your social circle, there might not be a lot of people that are that even know about crypto or that are deep into NFTs. And now you've got this small circle of connections with people that are literally doing the same as you. So that's something very valuable. And it takes months, it takes time to build connections, but it's truly something that will help you in the long run. So that's something very important. So looking at market cycles, trying to understand what the meta is and what the meta could be, is something that can give you great advantages and is something very important into NFTs. And the battle against infinite regret, like read the Zenek article, it's amazing. And it truly describes the mental struggles NFT traders go through by always having this feeling of only if I could have done this or should have done this. It's really something you should become more aware of, and it will help you. And being responsible for your own decisions It's really something that it can be a tough lesson, but if you're truly honest with yourself and you're really open to improvement, it's gonna help you a lot. And yeah, don't make the same mistake twice. Really learn from your mistakes. Making a mistake once is fine. Making it twice is stupidity. Like, we are all here to become better at trading NFTs, making money, you know, trying to make it. And if you keep making the same mistakes, you're simply not improving. And yeah, being one mint, one buy, or one connection away from making it is something you should really keep in mind, and, you know, be aware of that and really try to improve yourself and take these extra steps. It's not going to be easy. It hasn't been easy. The people I know that have been very successful with NFTs, they are the biggest, the largest degenerates, and they're literally working 16 to 18 hours a day by just, you know, scanning the market, connecting with people, like, you know, like all trying to figure out what could be the next meta, all that stuff. So it's not going to be easy. And if it were easy, everyone would do it. So something to keep in mind for that. The last part, easy come, easy go. You have seen a lot of people that have made a bunch of ETH in the beginning and just have been losing it all slowly in the months after. Because what I think is everyone could be lucky or have like a very lucky trade, but it's not about, like, it's not becoming wealthy or like being very lucky in NFTs and getting a lot of ETH, but it's really about maintaining that wealth that you have generated for yourself by not trying to mess it up. Because if you get lucky, you need a specific either mindset or skill or like become a better person to be on that level of the big guys. And that's truly something what I've seen is, if you hit a home run with a trade, don't just start getting reckless with, you know, just spending your ETH and doing this, all that, because that doesn't make you a better trader. Being lucky once, it doesn't make you a better trader. You were just quote unquote lucky, but you got to change as the person that you are. Like, if you want to play on higher levels, you've got to improve yourself. So what I've seen a lot is like easy come, easy go. Guys that have made, you know, tens of or hundreds of ETH in the first few months of NFTs have mainly like screwed it up, like by just making bad decisions after. And it's definitely something I also have gone through. Like, if I look back right now, like there have definitely been a few decisions in the last year. If I had done it differently, I would have been much better off. But that is the game. Like, it's literally how trading is. And yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. Like, easy come, easy go. And you have to change as a person if you want to play on a higher level. If you like this content, this is one of my first videos, so I really like making these videos. But if you want to follow me on Twitter, my name is MysticNFT, and, you know, I give daily insights of, you know, mainly NFTs, market analysis, some alpha. You know, I really like to share things. This is the start of my channel pretty much, and I just want to keep doing this. So follow me on my channel, follow me on my Twitter, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.